Hello, students. Say, just to clarify, this screencast is for 6th and 7th and 8th graders. So 7th and 8th graders, you're looking at a document that says 6th expository writing, okay? And you see some things that are specific to 6th graders. When it comes to things that pertain to you, I will refer to the 7th and 8th grade information when I need to, but 90% of this screencast, probably more like 95, is the same regardless of your age, because everybody is doing an expository writing project. And even though you have different prompts, my instructions here are the same no matter what it is that you chose to write about. So you made it here. You followed this instruction. You went back to the Google Classroom post for a separate screencast about drafting. High fives to you. This is a good opportunity for me to tell you when you get to revision, you're going to come back here again. This is the section that we are talking about today. I'm not going to take too terribly long. So let's get started. So it's time to write. Return to the draft Google Doc. Okay, remember, this is the one that's already in your Google Classroom assignment. You should not have started a fresh document. Okay, so with your pre-write open on one tab and your draft open on the other, draft away. I often tell students to start with the stuff. Paragraph 2 is your first subtopic here, and save the fluff, paragraph number 1, introduction, for later. Okay, try this order when writing your paragraph. Oops, I meant to write, and I'm just going to tell you, obviously, your essay is not going to show up in this order. It's just the order in which you're actually typing the information. It's up to you, but I'll explain when I get to the draft what that's all about. So I'm just going to delete that part. 6th graders, your final essay is going to be between 300 and 500 words. 7th graders, don't get mad at me. I simply made an error here in my typing. Your essay is going to be between 300 and 600 words. And 8th graders, yours is between 400 and 700 words. So notice that there's like a 50-word expectation raise as you are going through the grades, okay? So here is my pre-write that I have on one tab and my essay on another tab. So secret time. Are you ready for this, everybody? This entire essay is plagiarized. And I did that on purpose for 2 reasons. I want to show you what happens if you plagiarize, and I want to show you how it looks on your Google Doc if you choose to plagiarize, okay? In a perfect world, if a student was doing this in the order that they were expected to do it, I would be able to click on the version history and see that this paragraph was typed first, okay, and then this paragraph, because this is my third way, the third characteristic of or first characteristic of having a good friend, the second characteristic of being a good friend, and the third characteristic. And then here's another hint. This essay goes into a 4th and a 5th reason, and because that is not a requirement that you have, already as a teacher, I'm like, I should go check the pre-write and see if there's 5 ideas on the pre-write. There's not, and it's not even complete. So that's my first clue. My second clue is, let's look at the version history. Oh, yeah, it's so interesting. I went from a completely blank document to a full essay in the matter of 15 minutes. That is just something fantastic. So guess what? The third clue is I purposefully got this online. You know what I did? Here's what I did. I did a Google search, expository essay example. Oh, what do you know? Turns out you can download all sorts of things from the internet. And I found this one that I liked. And so I opened up that web page and, oh, look at this. 6 expository essays and samples are in Google Docs. Oh, easy peasy. I don't have to write anything. I just have to download it for free. My teacher will never know until your teacher puts it into a plagiarism detector and finds that it is 63% plagiarized. I'm surprised it didn't come back 100% plagiarized. There may be some things that slipped through the cracks. Okay, the maximum amount of information that you can have plagiarized as a medical student, as a middle school student, not medical, is about 20%. And that is because a plagiarism detector is going to notice direct quotes and some data. Okay, so now that we have gotten past that, let's get back to the habits of a student with a strong academic integrity. Goodbye, plagiarism detector. Goodbye, Google search. Okay, so here we have our essay. So let's just pretend that for the sake of it, it is not plagiarized. So over here, you can see that I've started a pre-write. Okay, I didn't complete the pre-write, but one of the things I'm going to notice, folks, is if I'm like kind of curious, I might go over and make sure that your pre-write was completed first. So I'm going to go and I want to make sure that your pre-write was done first. When I see that you've started drafting, I might go into the Google Classroom assignment and look and see, do they even have a pre-write started? So as you see there, we have an introductory paragraph. Of all friends one gets to have in a lifetime, the good friends are the ones who last the longest and become family. So this is the student's introductory paragraph. They probably wrote this paragraph at the end. Okay, remember, an introduction is hard to write until you have the main ingredients of your essay written down. Okay, so, and even authors will do this. They will go back, they write the middle of their stories and the middle of their novels and the middle of their books. Okay, this right here, this is my subtopic number 1. And I'm just going to label this for you right now. This is subtopic number 1. Okay, it says right here, however, there are many common qualities that can be seen in all good friends. That's the topic sentence or the claim in this particular essay. Okay, this right here, also another quality of a good friend is being a good listener. So this is subtopic number 2. Okay, and let's pop back over to the pre-write. Okay, we have a good listener and we have thoughtfulness. Okay, I just didn't do this for the sake of this, but this is going to be the unpacking and the elaboration that becomes your paragraphs. I just didn't do it for this screencast. Okay, then over here on top of that, a good friend is thoughtful. So this is subtopic number 3. If you want this to be longer, okay, if you want this to be longer, or if there's other things that just have to get into your essay and you really want to express that, you can. But if I see those in your essay, I should also see them in your pre-write. Okay, and in your pre-write, you can create more things. You can use the shapes and you can create more things, or you can make the outline even bigger. But I'm just going to leave them here for right now, and I will talk about it when we get to the actual revision part of our essay. So we have our introduction, and so again, the first essay, that the first paragraph that you're probably going to write is, hey, one way, they're dependable. They're also a good listener. They're also thoughtful. And then finally, there's a conclusion paragraph. Let's check the word count really quick. Under the tools section, I can see that this essay draft, I had some stuff highlighted. Make sure you don't have things highlighted because it's just going to tell you the word count of what you have highlighted. So this is 585 words. This essay is the length that satisfies all 3 grade levels. It's a little bit long for the 6th grade, but I would accept it. I'm not in the department of counting words. I'm more concerned about the minimum length than I am the maximum, but you don't want to write a 10-page paper, and I don't want to read your 10-page paper. I love you, but that gets long. Okay, so there we go. You have your draft ready to go. And once this is done, you know the drill. Right? I'm going to do it for sure because it's in a Google Classroom assignment, but just make sure it does not have post this thing and do not have your version. I just have them. So make sure that share link goes to the top of the post and then on the back, copy the paragraph and put that into it and you move on. And then once you are done, you do a little dance because that was hard work. You worked very hard on writing this whole entire draft out. Yay for you. And then you shut it down for the day. And the next day you come back and you go back to Google Classroom and find out about the revision. All right, have a great rest of your day.